Alrighty, good morning YouTube land. Been a while, but it's not going to be an install review, but it's going to be a updated, hey, I got it installed, this for my headaches, and I don't know if it pertains just to the Curt hitch or if it went through everyone, but everyone just didn't share what a little bit of a pain in the ass installing the hitch could be. Wasn't a 45-minute job, but I got it in, secured, torqued to the right pounds of pressure that it's supposed to be. Need to just reconnect the mufflers back onto their support beam. That's why they're dragging down a little bit lower, but I will show you kind of what I went through a little bit. It took me about a good hour and a half, 2 hours to kind of fight, struggle, figure it out that I didn't buy the wrong one. Had to remove this. Once again, I don't recall seeing this removed on any other video, so I don't know if people are just trying to be cool and say that they banged it out so quickly in 45 minutes. Maybe they did. They do it for daily living. I sure as hell don't. But that part that I just showed you is the cover. It goes right here. Where my hand's going. It had a clip here where you can see a little connection there, connection here. There's no way in the world it's going to work back, and that's because I need to Dremel. And then once again, I don't recall this in any video. You're gonna have to cut here and there, cut off the part of the body part, this lower valance for the exhaust area, to get it to sit properly. But we'll do that on another day. But this is just kind of a got it done. It's in there, screws are in, torqued to the proper specs. Side screw to the tow hook that is existent on the CRVs, and there are the other two screws. But it was a pain in the ass for sure, especially this little screw right there. That was the first one I was going to attempt to do, and I was excited that I was actually able to get it once I took this cover off, because for a moment I didn't read the instructions, having watched as many videos as I watched, and nobody said remove that. So I was like, yeah, this is golden. Dropped the mufflers, it was easy. It's not a problem. Little WD-40 takes it right off. It slid off. I used the tire mounting tools that I have for the dirt bikes. A little bit of a fight just to get it off that final push, but it worked. It was great. I was happy. And then, holy shit, didn't want to fit. But with that said, this one screw popped the guiding little wire off, and as I'm pushing it up, the screw fell inside, and it went inside here, in there, and it went all the way to the back past that second screw, and I couldn't get it. And I was like, WTF, what am I gonna do? So I was praying, hoping, tried with tape, and forgive my little mess, this is from late last night, and I just kind of finished torquing the screws this morning. But somewhere in here are going to be two little magnets that I cut out of something else that I use. It's like a little wrist guide for working on cars that I never use that can collect screws. Cut those two out, tape them around. I don't think you can see it because it's shaking too much, but anyways, taped it around the guiding wire right at the tip, and went through the hole, and by the love of God, I was able to get that screw out. Then was able to kind of figure out exactly how to do it. Took some finagling, took a whole hell of a lot of pushing, I will say, to get the screws to drop in properly. It's not as easy, once again, as everyone else made it sound. Once again, sorry I keep saying that, but going back to, I don't know if it's just because it's the Curt or if it's the other ones, but I went with Curt because I know the brand, or at least I recognize the brand name from years of just doing things, looking at magazines, car magazines, motorcycle magazines. So I felt comfortable, and I thought this would be the best one to kind of go with versus some oddball name. Yeah, so it's in there, it's torqued to the specs. The torquing was not by any chance fun or easy, because I'm literally underneath the car And if you have these vinyl ramps, use them. I don't know what it would have been like without it. I know someone else in one of the videos said it's a bit of a struggle. You definitely have more ground clearance. And I think that may have helped me a little bit too. But when it comes time to try to torque the screws that are up here, you little mother flowers, I was literally holding the torque wrench with one hand, keeping it in place, pulling down the muffler with the other hand, and then with my knees pushing, clicking, pushing and clicking to get to that click, 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 click on both sides. So you got to do it 4 times, but it's done. And once again I got to cut to release this pressure, because you can see that bubble. I'm not gonna be able to get the clips back in, or I don't even know if that's gonna fit back in. I'm not worried about it right now, but eventually we'll do that, hopefully get that back in. If not, so be it. And there you go, that's it. Get her done, have fun, be safe. Shit weighs a good amount, especially when you're tired and you're struggling for an hour with it. Your arms become more fatigued. So if you can get some help, I used my 6-year-old to kind of help hold a little bit here and there, and just to kind of have him part of the process. But yeah, it's in there. I'm gonna prop the mufflers back up and then go and do what I need to do. So have a good day, stay safe. Once again, I don't know if it's to all the hitches and the hitch manufacturers that make it for Gen 5 Honda CRVs, but this one wasn't as easy, but it got done. Tow Universe, thank you guys. Sorry for being a doofus and emailing you about the screws. I did find them. I will email you to say, hey, I found them, I'm a moron. But anyways, have a good day, guys. Bye.